We look at our hands all day, every day. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's going on with your fingernails? Well, in this explainer, we're going to take a fascinating little tour of the complex anatomy that's hiding in plain sight, right at our fingertips. This is all based on some amazing guides from the Louisville Beauty Academy, so let's get into it. You know, we tend to think of a nail as just this hard surface for polish, right? But it's actually a super complex living system. So have you ever really wondered what's going on underneath that glossy top coat? Let's peel back the layers and find out.
Okay, so we're going to start our tour with the parts you probably know best, the external landscape. This is the stuff we can see, file, and paint every single day.
First up, the main event, the nail plate. This is that hard, protective surface that we all think of as the nail. It's made of a really tough protein called keratin. Yep, the exact same stuff that makes up your hair. And for any nail techs out there, you know this is your canvas. This is what you work on. Next, we have the free edge. Super simple. This is just the part that grows out past your fingertip. It's the white tip that you trim and shape when you're doing a manicure. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, look down at your thumb for a sec. See that little white half-moon shape at the base? That's called the lunula, which literally means little moon. It's actually the visible part of your nail's growth center. So if you see it, don't worry. It's totally normal and actually a good sign. Okay, so we've covered the nail itself, but now let's talk about the area surrounding it, because we are now entering a really critical area, the skin that frames and protects the nail. And honestly, getting this part right is absolutely essential for nail health. And you're going to want to pay close attention here, because what we're about to cover next is where the single most common and frankly most dangerous mistake happens during a manicure. This is critical stuff. All right, this slide is maybe the most important one of the whole tour. Let's break this down. The cuticle, that's a thin layer of non-living tissue that's stuck to the nail plate. It's totally fine to gently push that back. But the eponychium, that is the band of living skin at the base of your nail. You should never, ever cut it. It breaks a vital seal that protects you from infection. In fact, it's illegal for technicians to cut it in many places. So what about the skin on the sides? Those are the nail folds, sometimes just called sidewalls. Think of them like a picture frame. They hold the nail plate securely in place. And just like with the eponychium, you gotta be gentle around these parts. Okay, you ready to go deeper? We've seen the surface. We've seen the protective frames. Now we're going underneath. We're about to uncover the hidden factory that's responsible for creating the whole nail. Right beneath that hard nail plate is the nail bed. This is the super sensitive skin that the plate sits on. If you've ever jammed your finger or torn a nail back too far, ouch. You know exactly how sensitive this area is. It's packed with nerves, so it needs to be protected. Now, flip your finger over. That little bit of skin right under the free edge, that's the hyponychium. This is another one of those super important protective seals. It's like a little gatekeeper, stopping germs and gunk from getting underneath your nail and causing an infection. A true hidden protector. All right, check out this number, 3 to 6 months. What do you think that represents? Well, believe it or not, that's how long it takes for a fingernail to completely regrow from the very base all the way to the tip. And this incredible process all starts in one very special place. And that special place is the matrix. This is the engine room, the nail-making factory, where all the new nail cells are born. The health of your matrix literally determines everything about your nail. Its thickness, its shape, its strength, the whole shebang. Which brings us to the absolute #1 golden rule of nail care. You have to protect the matrix. A bad injury to this area, like say slamming your finger in a car door, can permanently mess with how your nail grows for the rest of your life. It's that important. So why do we need to know all this? Why does this anatomy matter, especially if you're a nail professional? Well, because understanding it is what defines the line between a beautiful, safe service and causing real harm. It's all about professionalism. Yeah, this isn't just about memorizing terms for a test. This knowledge is what keeps both clients and nail techs safe. It's about knowing exactly what you can do and, more importantly, what you can't to stay within your legal scope of practice. So what is a nail technician's job? Well, it's all about creativity and service. They beautify, they enhance, they clean, shape, and polish. And, this is a big one, they know their limits. They know when to stop and say, you know what, this is something you should see a doctor about. And on the flip side, here's what they absolutely do not do. Nail techs can't diagnose diseases, They don't treat infections, they can't prescribe cures, and, as we've already learned, they never, ever remove living skin. Those actions are for licensed medical professionals. Period. And this clear boundary exists for a really good reason. As the folks at Louisville Beauty Academy put it so perfectly, this protects both the client and the technician. It's all about mutual safety and respect. It's that simple. But at the end of the day, all this information isn't just for the pros. It's really about empowerment for everyone. It's about having this mindset of, yes, you can understand your own body and appreciate all the incredible things it's doing right at your own fingertips. So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you look down at your hands, maybe later today, what are you going to see? Will it just be a fingernail? Or will you see the plate, maybe spot the lunula, and just appreciate that amazing hidden factory working tirelessly underneath? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.